What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. Shout out to Sky Domi, who's been in the comment section and asked for this one specifically. So on today's episode, I'm bringing you guys pot roast. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? All right, for this pot roast, I'm going to be using a 2.5 pound cut of beef chuck. We're building up flavor in every step of this recipe, you guys, so let's start out by seasoning our beef. Gonna season this chuck with some Montreal steak seasoning, ground thyme, dried rosemary, and some celery seed. Pat that seasoning into the meat. Drag that seasoning around to get the edges of that beef. Get all that remaining seasoning all over this beef. We don't want to waste any of it, y'all. Flip a 180 and let's hit the stove. I've got my Dutch oven here preheated over medium-high heat. Gonna add a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm gonna add my piece of chuck back inside the Dutch oven and let this sear for about 5 minutes. While that's searing, let's slice one yellow onion into slivers. Take some baby gold potatoes and slice those in half. Now I'm gonna hit them with a mix of that Montreal steak seasoning, ground thyme, dried rosemary, and celery seed. And after 5 minutes, let's flip that roast over. Yeah, got a good sear on that side. Starting to build up that flavor. Now let's let it sear on the opposite side for an additional 5 minutes. Now we got both sides of this chuck seared. Let's stand it up and get the sides as well so we can get as much color on this as possible. Now let's transfer the roast to a tray and look at all this beautiful fawn we're left with at the bottom of this Dutch oven. That's even more flavor right there. So let's go ahead and toss in our yellow onions and saute that around until it starts to sweat and release some of that natural moisture inside of the onions. Next, let's toss in some minced garlic. And after that garlic becomes fragrant, let's go ahead and add in 1 cup of red wine to deglaze the bottom of this Dutch oven. We just keep building flavor, so let's let that wine simmer and reduce till it's about half. And once that wine has reduced to half, let's go ahead and add in a few cups of this beef broth. Remember, you guys, full recipe is going to be in the description. Also going to throw in some Worcestershire sauce, some tomato paste. Stir that up to combine. Now let's dump in a packet of this brown gravy mix and 1 packet of slow cooker seasoning mix. Stir all that up, mix it up so it's well combined. Now let's get our potatoes in the pool of flavor. And finally, let's add our roast back into the Dutch oven. Arrange it in the center so that it's mostly submerged in the gravy. Can't forget the juices that were on the pan. Hit it with some more of that Montreal steak seasoning, ground thyme, dried rosemary, and celery seed that we had from earlier. Now let's drop in our aromatics. We got a fresh sprig of rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, and some Italian parsley. Cover that Dutch oven with a lid, and we're gonna transfer it to a preheated 300-degree oven for 2 hours. All right, now we're waiting on that to cook. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe for more. Look, I got new videos coming every Wednesday, y'all. Don't miss out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Now that we got the cheap plugs out of the way and 2 hours have passed, let's go ahead and open up this Dutch oven. Add in some of these chopped baby carrots I have here. Slap the lid back on and this goes back into our 300-degree oven for an additional 2 hours. A total of 4 hours of cook time have passed, and our pot roast is finished. Looks fire, smells bomb. Let's grab some tongs and remove the bay leaf, thyme, and rosemary sprigs. Those have all served their purpose for now. Next, let's remove the roast and onto a tray. It's already falling apart, so tender. Now we got these perfectly cooked potatoes and carrots. Let's remove these as well. Put these into a separate bowl. Now we're left with this gravy. What I'm going to do is take this gravy, I'm going to pass this through a fine mesh strainer that's on top of a bowl, and get rid of all those little bits inside the gravy that we don't want, until we're left with a perfectly smooth gravy. Now let's shred up this roast. Ooh, it's so tender and juicy, y'all. Look at that. Separate all that fat away. We don't want any of that. We just want all this nice, delicious, tender meat. No bread, no water, just meat. Chop a little fresh Italian parsley real quick. Gonna use this as a garnish at the end for my dish. All right, now let's plate up. Get a big serving here, these baby gold potatoes and these baby carrots as well. Now for some of this fire pot roast. Get some of that on my plate. Hit it with some of that gravy. Just a little drizzle all over. Finish it with some chopped parsley. And there you have it, you guys. Dutch oven pot roast with baby gold potatoes and carrots. All right, let's grab a fork and dig in. Get a little scoop for Coop. Whew, look at that, y'all. Let's go ahead and bite into this. Super fire. This is a great Sunday dish for you guys to try. Check this recipe out. Let me know how you guys like it in the comment section. Hey, there you have it, you guys. Pot roast, hooked it up inside of the Dutch oven. Let me know how you guys like this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend or foe. You already know. Help me out, you guys. We're trying to build this channel up. Come mess with your boy. I need you to get those likes up. I need you to get those subscribers up. Let everybody know. We'll see you guys next week on Smell What Coop is Cooking.